With the second Power Ranger and Ninja Turtle crossover finally over, I thought it would be a good time to take a look back at some of the best moments that we got from this crossover. And before we do that, let me know in the comment section below what your favourite moment was. Okay, first up is the different interactions. Now going into this crossover, I had very high expectations about different interactions like certain characters will have with one another, and I was really looking forward to this. I would say that with the first crossover, it was like really good, and it did give us a lot of, like, I would say like sort of generic and basic like team-ups and interactions we'd had, such as like Splinter and Zordon, Shredder and Rita, stuff like that, and also the Power Rangers teaming up with the Turtles, and then going off into like very specific groups, you know, such as like Billy and Donnie, and like Raph with like Tommy and stuff like that, and Mikey and Zach. So, you know, like very like generic like sort of interactions which you would like expect to see. So this like crossover, I was sort of expecting them to sort of like mix up a bit and, you know, have like different characters interacting with one another, or at the very least have different interactions. And this one I would say they did definitely get that, and some of them which I was really surprised I did get to see, such as like Shredder and Tommy teaming up and working together in a way. We had Zordon and Shredder, we had Splinter and Shredder. I know that's not really too much of a big different interaction, but you know, it's very different compared to what we normally get, like Krang and Rita as well. There's a lot of really great interactions in this crossover. And I would have to say that with all these different interactions that I do get to see in this crossover, I'd say that was really fun, unique and really creative. And it's definitely something which I'd definitely like to see them explore a lot more in the next crossover, and do go into a lot more different ones, and, you know, explore a lot more really interesting relationships with it, like characters, such as like maybe like Raph and Zach maybe could be an interesting one, or something like that. You know, I feel as though that like there's a lot of possibilities here to tell a really interesting story and have a lot of really fun interactions with characters, and I feel as though that they sort of like scratch the surface, and there's so much potential to tell some really great stories. Okay, next up is the Dimension X Rangers. So this one is actually a really interesting one, just because in this crossover, basically all the Turtle characters got like Dimension X morphers. So that we got the Ranger X Turtles, we got Ranger X April for one panel, and then also got the Ranger X Casey, which was amazing. And all these different characters with their like, you know, like the costumes, stuff like that, they look really amazing and really cool, and I can't wait to get toy forms of those. I mean, let's face it, we know that Hasbro's going to make toys of these, so these look amazing. And I want to say that I wasn't really too overly thrilled with the majority of it, just because it's more or less the same stuff we do get to see from the last crossover with the Turtles, basically putting on the Power Ranger suits, but this time they're different because of Dimension X stuff. But I do like the fact that there is a little bit of like story to them, and there's also like Casey getting a morpher, which is just amazing, and it really fits his character, which I was really surprised that it did, because like Casey Jones being a Power Ranger just sounds like something that shouldn't work, but when you put him in that costume and the story, it just works somehow. I don't know how, but it just does, and it was amazing. Okay, so the next one is the Mutant Rangers. Now this one was unfortunately sort of leaked a little bit, like a few months ago. Not really leaked, but it's basically announced during the synopsis and all the solicitations for the upcoming comics. And all that to say that it was really disappointing, just because I feel so that this was like a really big and amazing moment for the Power Ranger fans, just because you get to see the Power Rangers be something other than Power Rangers. You got to see them in their dinosaur forms, and I feel so that this would have been a really cool moment to see like firsthand, and be like, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing that, that's amazing, stuff like that. But the thing is that with this, we do get to see this like a few months ago on a comic cover, and, you know, when we did get to see it, it was like, oh my god, I can't believe we're doing that. So when it came around to actually showing off in the actual comics, it wasn't really that amazing. It's just like, oh okay, they turned into dinosaurs. Great, I wish I'd known about that. And that's like a really disappointing thing. But that being said, I do think there's a lot of really fun moments in this bit here with the Mutant Rangers, such as the Mutant Rangers taking on all the rock soldiers, putties and stuff like that, taking on Krang, using their dinosaur forms, Tommy breathing fire. There's so many really great fun things in this bit, and definitely something which I'd like them to see like explore a lot more. And it's a shame that basically this is only going to happen in the crossovers, because I don't think they're going to do this in the actual main comic book series for the Power Rangers or the TV shows. So it's a shame they're only getting it like here, but I would say that with only getting it here, it was just amazing, and I do wish I do get to see it a lot more, just because I feel so that like there's so many great things they could do with this, and I don't really know what else they could do with it, but I feel so that like so much potential here, and it was an amazing idea. And the costumes, costumes, yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it. Like, their costumes look really amazing as well, where the dinosaur things look amazing, and really blend well with how the colours were with the, like, the costumes, stuff like that. But, like, so many great things about the Mutant Ranger thing, and again, it's something which I'd like to see them, like, explore a lot more, but I know that they won't, which is really disappointing, but it was just a great and amazing idea. It was just a shame that they spoiled it 3 months ago. Next up is Shredder and Zed teaming up. Now, the thing is, I've only got to see this for a few pages, but the thing is, this really did put a big smile on my face. And just seeing these two interacting and setting up their potential like future with each other, it just, I don't know, I don't know what to really say. It's like on my mind going in terms of saying, oh, well, they could do this, and they could do that, and that, and that. And I feel so that this could be a really great team up. And I do feel so that like there's a lot of potential here to tell a really great and amazing story between these two characters. And I do think that with the way that they presented these two characters in the shows, the comics, and stuff like that, they definitely presented themselves to be really big threats. So seeing them teaming up to take on these characters, I feel so that this can make for a really great story, and again, it's really did put a big smile on my face, and there's, I don't know, I feel so that like, there's so much potential, and it's really just got my mind going like, oh, they could do this, and this, and this, and this, and I just can't wait for the next crossover, and yeah, it just can't come soon enough. Okay, so for my favourite thing from this crossover, it would be Shredder summoning the Dragonzords. Now, while this is only a small little thing, this was still an amazing thing. Now, in the first crossover, we do get to see the Shredder turn into the Green Power Ranger Shredder, but the thing is that he never really summoned the Dragonzord. So seeing him here doing it here with the like the flute and doing the doot thingy with the flute, and then like summoning the Dragonzord, and then riding the Dragonzord, there's so many great things about this scene, and I'm really glad I was able to include it here. And it's a shame that we didn't get to see it in the first crossover, but at least we have it here, and it was amazing and was definitely worth the wait. And I can't say how excited I am to see like this potentially happening again. Oh my god, this was just amazing. And yeah, just like with the Shredder and Zed teaming up thing, this really did put a big smile on my face, just knowing that like Shredder can do this, and it was somewhat worth the wait, and oh god, it was just incredible. Can't say enough nice things about it, it was amazing. But yeah, that was some of the best moments from this crossover. Do you agree with this list? Do you not? And if you don't agree with this list, do you have a favourite moment instead? But yeah, let me know in the comment section below, and yeah, that's going for today guys. If you do something, please share, like, subscribe and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.